minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Vehicles armed. 3, 2, 1. Fire. Missile away. +5.
Hello, everyone, and welcome specially to Kianen's 2 Cents. So, without wasting much of our time, let's look at one of the news that is making headlines. Nigeria wants to send its citizen to space. Yeah, this is coming from Nasdra. Nasdra stands for National Space Research and Development Agency. They're saying that they want to send a Nigerian to space. We've never done that before, so I think this is a big project. Yeah, no matter how funny this might sound, but I think it's important we look at it, right? Let's discuss it together. Let's share as much information that we have as possible. Our viewers, our listeners, you are also invited to make your own comment. Just go to the comment section and let us know what you think. So I will just start. I will just share a few thoughts of mine on this adventure, because that's what I see it to be. It's a big adventure. Let me start by giving us some background information about this agency in Nigeria, Nasdra. It was established in 1999, and they have been into space exploration for the past 25 years now. And it will interest us to remember that this agency had launched a couple of satellites to space. Yeah, we remember the recent one was in 2011. Yeah, Nigeria Sat X that was launched somewhere in Russia. And whether we like it or not, the benefits of satellites, cannot be overemphasized. But the big question will always be, how effective have these satellites been, to Nigeria and Nigerians? Because having satellites is one thing, then enjoying the benefits, the merit of these satellites is another thing. How effective have these satellites helped our communication, our weather monitoring, intelligence gathering by the military, and so on and so forth. All right. So if Nigeria is coming out today to say that we want to send someone to space, people will always think back and say and ask, what have you been doing so far? Right? How much have we benefited from you that will, make us commend you for sending someone or trying to send someone to space? Because a lot of money will go into this project, no doubt. A budget is going to be made for it, and Nigerians' money is going to go into it. So that's always the big question. Is this project a well thought out one? Amidst so many other projects that are begging for Nigeria's attention, do we think that sending someone to space is one of our biggest needs, at this moment? So these are questions that are begging for answers. For me, I don't think there's anything wrong in sending someone to space. But then again, the question is, how effective can we handle it? Bearing in mind that a lot of problems are facing us as a Nigeria, as a country. A lot of problems are facing us right now, and we've not been able to solve these problems. So the big question will always be, how effective are we going to handle this project, knowing that it's not a minor project? It's not something you just think of and just do. Right? So these are the big questions. The news is still developing. I mean, it's still a fresh news. They've signed a memorandum of understanding with the government. And so we will be looking forward to hearing from them what the next steps are. But in the meantime, we'd like to hear our thoughts about this. So my brother K, let's hear from you. What do you think?
And yeah, thanks for the alley. So I'll be honest, I was a little ashamed that this will be the first time that I would actually hear about this agency. I mean, I guess we can just chalk it up to being, for lack of a better word, naive, or just what's the key word? Let me not waste time with that, because I'm sure if somebody just asks randomly, "Do you guys have a space agency?" I'll be like, "Yeah." And then if they ask me what, I would say, "Well, what is it?" I would not know. So this is definitely the first time I'm hearing about this. Even though in the back of my head I would have known we did have one. But this is the kind of information that almost every Nigerian should be privy to, you know. And I commend those that are not necessarily in that field. They just know all these important things, you know. I don't like the fact that let me not put it on non-Nigerians. Let me just put it on myself. Well, I was going to crack jokes about it in the first place. I was going to I was going to say how hopefully the person doesn't float away, but it's downplaying our strides, you know what I mean? And I decided instead of making jokes, I would actually quickly look into it. And I employ all of our listeners who know nothing about it too. These are information that we all need, If we are talking about growing and fixing the country, there are certain things we all need to know, even, just for knowing sake. We don't know who it could inspire. So what I was able to put together quickly was what it even meant. Like, I know some people hearing it might just think you're saying NASA or, but it's actually NASA. Not you, but, when you hear the news, you think they're saying NASA, but it's Nasdra. It's a NASRDA, and it's National Space Research and Development Agency. And, there's a website. It's central.nasdaq.gov.ng. And I employ our listeners to go and see the about us and, visit the website. So at least we can keep up with the information of how they plan to, send this Nigerian into space. It would be interesting, and I think it would encourage a lot of people or inspire a lot of people. I wasn't able to confirm their official Instagram account. I saw one, but I wasn't able to confirm it, so I'm not going to put that here. But we will definitely look into it more and, full up on the news. And then we might just do another video giving our listeners more info about this. So, and if you guys know a lot about it, or there's, feel free to educate us. We are all here to, inform ourselves and share our thoughts. So if you know much about this, feel free to leave comments telling us more and, telling us what they've done in the past. Tell me. Let me put it on me. So we will definitely follow the news, and we will definitely give more updates as they go along. So guys, subscribe, hit the notification button so you'll be notified when we make updates, and we have a lot of good opinions coming your way. So stay tuned.